got a friend that has been an atheist for a long time, but then he's been adopting the Buddhist faith. And
Okay.
so when I talk to him about the resurrection, he agrees that maybe something special happened, but he also says that when the Buddha died, that there was an emission of light or something that his followers saw. So I guess the question would be, what do you do with the miracles or supposed miracles that other faiths claim?
You have to, good question. I think you have to evaluate them on a case-by-case basis. And when you evaluate them on a case-by-case basis, they pale in comparison to Christianity. In fact, Muhammad, when it comes to Islam, said, I don't do miracles. Miracles were attributed to Muhammad 150 years after he died in the written traditions known as the Hadith. But the Quran says he doesn't even do miracles. He's just a plain warner. He just warns people there's one God. So there are no other, to my knowledge, eyewitness accounts, like the kind we have in the New Testament, of some other world religion giving us or performing miracles or miracles confirming another world religion. Think about Mormonism for a second. What's the big supposed miracle in Mormonism? Oh, Joseph Smith had these golden plates. Hey, I can make golden plates in my garage if I have the right material, right? How is that a miracle? I mean, some things that are supposedly people find persuasive, I go, what? I don't get it. The Buddha, the light, is, what evidence do you have for that? I mean, I would ask, what do you mean by that? And how'd you come to that conclusion? What evidence do you have that that was divine? And by the way, if he's saying there was a miracle when the Buddha died, it depends on what kind of Buddhism you're talking about. Some of it's atheistic Buddhism. So what created this miracle if there's no God out there when Buddha died, right?
Right.
And for those that believe in karma, that's more of a Hindu kind of thing. You know what karma means is that your next life will reflect the good or bad things you did in this life. And so if you come back as a king, you must have done something great in the previous life. If you come back as a cockroach, you may have done something evil, right? Well, think about that. What would that system require? First of all, it would require a moral law, so you need somebody like God. You'd also need somebody like God to keep track of all this. Oh, you did what in your previous life? Okay, let me put you up here. Oh, you did this? Let me put you down here. You would need a mind like God to keep track of that whole karma thing. So they have to steal from God while they're arguing against him, right? So I would just keep asking questions. What do you mean by that? How'd you come to that conclusion? You know what I've noticed? In fact, this happened a couple years ago. I was in Dallas. I remember I was in Dallas, and we were at the book table, me and a couple other colleagues, and some lady came up to me and said, you got a good book on Buddhism. And I said, why? And she said, well, my friend who was a Christian has just become a Buddhist. And I said, I don't know your friend at all, but let me just ask you this question and see if I may be guessing right here. Did your friend, she was a Christian, you say, did she start doing something that Christians would consider immoral and the Bible would consider immoral? And she said, yeah. I said, so she wanted to maintain spirituality without the moral accountability. That's why she became a Buddhist. It wasn't because she thought Buddhism was true and investigated some sort of evidence. She wanted to keep doing what she wanted to keep doing, but she didn't want to say she wasn't spiritual. She went, bingo. See, that's the issue. You don't need a book on Buddhism. She doesn't even know what Buddhism is, right? She doesn't think it's true necessarily. She just wanted something spiritual that she could cover her lack of accountability. She didn't want accountability.